Hello, dear friends. This is Baba Bhaskar back with you once again. Let me straight away thank you profusely for your overwhelming response to the completely new approach to the Bhagavad Gita. I tried this entirely as a fresh attempt, an attempt to simplify and bring to the everyday person the essence and the spirit of this amazingly relevant philosophical discourse. My humble effort seems to have touched a chord in the hearts and minds of countless viewers who have liked, appreciated, and subscribed. What is so revealing is that the response has been from all age groups: teenagers, millennials, young adults, the middle-aged, and of course, senior citizens. Many have started using the video first for themselves and then to propagate to others. Many have started using it as a tool to impart to children and young adults the true meaning of life. And even teachers have begun to use it in their classrooms. I am therefore moved to continue our epic journey to unravel the many more gems that the Gita has in store for us. In my earlier video, I had left you at the point where a confused and helpless Arjuna lays down his bow, the Gandiva, and turns to Lord Krishna for guidance at the start of the climactic Kurukshetra war. Today's episode will focus on Lord Krishna's response. Let me then turn to the next 3 shlokas or verses from that classic conversation between Lord Krishna and his devotee Arjuna. Shlokas that are timeless and more than ever so relevant in the time of the global pandemic. This brings me to the second of the 20 most inspiring verses. This one is chapter 2, shloka 15. Yamhina vyatha yante te purusham purushashabha sama dukha sukham dhiram somritat vaya kalpate. This shloka signifies the beginning of Lord Krishna's responses to Arjuna and deals with calmness and equanimity in the face of grave crisis. O Arjuna, the noblest among humans, says Lord Krishna, that person who is affected neither by happiness nor by distress, accepts pleasure and pain alike, remains steady in both, is capable of attaining the state of equilibrium. What is the Lord telling each of us here? He is saying that the person who retains his composure equally in the face of pleasure and pain, treats pain and pleasure similarly, is neither excited nor perturbed by either, and is detached from both. That person is possessed of the gift of equanimity. Such a person will remain balanced in all circumstances. His mind will not be influenced by objects or material possessions. He will perceive likes and dislikes, and indeed all circumstances, as equal and will act accordingly. He will remain detached and internally composed. Such a person's mission will go beyond just the self. It will transcend to a higher and a greater good. It is to that state that each one of us must aspire. And finally, to shloka number 4. This is shloka 22 from chapter 2. Vasansi jirnani yatha vihaya navani grihanati naro parani tatha sharirani vihaya jirnanya jnani sanyati navani dehi. Just as a person casts off worn-out clothes and puts on new ones, similarly the Atma or soul casts off the worn-out body and adopts a new body. In order to erase the agony, sorrow, and fear from Arjuna's mind, Lord Krishna says, "Do not fear death or rebirth. Do not abandon the battlefield nor your duty on this account. Your duty or dharma has first precedence." In the course of time, the Atma, that is our soul, dons many a body, each time possessing a different name and form, a different family, and a different background. One body dies and another comes into being. The Atma lives on. Even this body, which we currently possess, will pass into oblivion. So why fear what is inevitable? The important thing is to recognize one's duty, to understand one's dharma, and not to shy away from performing that duty. Travelers on the path of the right cause are never afraid of life, nor are they afraid of death. They fear neither sorrow nor the tyranny of the oppressor. With these inspiring words, let me, Baba Bhaskar, leave you, my dear followers, but only till the time that I'm back with my new video and a new set of inspiring shlokas. Till then, stay safe, stay secure, and stay spiritual.